Okay, video number 4 today. I think this is episode 16, 17, 18. I'm turning the camera a little bit. So, this is I started on this project yesterday. And I was able to use refractory cement to cast in these cleared quartz tubes. Had this material for years. So this is about 1.1 inch, and this is about 1.5 inch quartz tube. And this is the one made out of copper. You have to trim the end down a little bit. I don't like the burrs. And what I did, I just left it set up for about 3 hours, 4 hours, and put them on the register overnight. And I don't have to bake it because this stuff is rock hard. So what I've done, I've taken fire brick, cored them out, and I made 3 for each. This is a right hand spin because the lines go toward the right. So I'll put it in like that. This is a left hand spin. So when you spin the fire, it's either going to go clockwise or counterclockwise. And so it might just trigger a shift, but you'll be able to monitor the reactions. And this one is just a straight, just inline. So I made ones out of soapstone for the copper, where they're going to fit in. Supposed to fit in. Maybe. Okay, there it is. Got a little bit of work to do there. So I'm going to make the same thing. And for my quartz, my large quartz, I made these. I still have to tool them up. But there's a little bit of gap in there. So what I'm going to do, once I get the marks on, I'm just going to take this here, and I might do in a pinch, but I'll be able to wrap this around here like this. It's got a sticky back, and it'll take a little bit of temperature. Usually the front of the swirl device takes the temperature. So if I put it on the back, it might work, right? And it's still going to do what it's supposed to do. And yeah, that's where I'm at. So why I'm playing around with the swirl devices with different designs is that you want to modify the laminar flame into a spin. And even with your standard swirl device in there, it wants to chatter, like it's at the point where it's kind of oscillating back and forth like this, but it wants to go into a spin. And so if you can achieve that spin, it actually converts the flame from the laminar flow into a vortex, and you're going to get some kind of quantum reaction. Okay, for example, this here is Inconel pipe, and I need to get something that can really magnify. And it used to be one pipe, right? And this maybe 3 summers ago, I had it set up, or I had insulation around the pipe to beef it up, and I added a secondary airflow through it, and it actually caused a lightning reaction, like a white lightning. Maybe 1/16 of an inch across, and it just zipped around the front of it. So the quantum energy released from the vortex compression plasma actually released energy out of the subatomic state of the fuel, and it shorted out in the pipe. So I've seen that happen also on titanium. I haven't seen it on copper. seen copper go superconductive at twice the melting point of where it still remains solid but melted titanium. This here is going to be another advanced prototype of the swirl device. So what I'm going to do in here is put an egg in there. I'll just make a little bit of, like a little piece of soapstone, and I'll set the egg on the soapstone. Then I'll pour in my plaster of Paris, right? And so I'll just come up halfway of the egg, leave it dry, and flip it over and do a full cast. Then I'll split the mold apart. Then I'll take my feed tube, 1/4 inch feed tube out of the, for the propane. File this in, so the feed tube will be in the center of the egg, and then I'll be able to, use the refractory cement here to make an egg shape. So with an egg, what it does, if you have the small part going out away from the flame, as the air comes in, it tightens down and compresses to the egg. It just probably thin as a razor blade, right? It comes in wide and it compresses down and really speeds up. It seems to trip it into a vortex. It's going to be very interesting. And I'm sure glad I had this time to play. I played yesterday, but it looks like tomorrow I may have to work half a day. So that's it on my updates, and I just used a drill and this here. So I wrapped a little bit of tape used for gas fittings around, and I just worked this in, put it into the drill, and just use the file just to shape it and sandpaper it off. So it works good. I love this baby here. This has probably got 9 or 10 cuts in it, and so it'll be interesting to see what the reaction is going to be on the small tube. One of the problems is that it slides, so I might have to use the chrome tape on it. But the key to all this is imagination and observation. So I'm going to be able to learn from when I start messing around with this. So the next test that I'm setting up for, it's going to be the gasification test. That's the main test, where I use a glass jar, put water and gas in it, bubble air through it, and I take that and I feed it back through the secondary feed here. You can't see it, and to see how much it's going to bump up the BTU. But overall, I know that I'm on a journey of discovery, and once the perfection of the fuel is completed and just going, by the leading of the Spirit, once I come across that discovery, then I know that it'd be possible to take normal petroleum fuel, like gas, water and gas or whatever, and trip it into the plasma state, which would be anywhere from 5,000 maybe up to 7,000, maybe 10 or 12,000 degrees. And once you have that kind of heat, you're extracting between 10 to 100-fold energy out of the same fuel. So you got fuel in the third state of matter, like propane and air. When it goes into the constant state, you're going to get a 10-fold increase in the heat, because you're actually breaking down matter on the subatomic level, not just at the molecular level. I'm going to leave it here. Need to get home and get this uploaded. This is Joshua Taylor coming to you from here in Boston Bar at my work 20, December 29th, 2019.